What do you do when you come up with a great idea for stamping? You call your stamping friend. Debbie and I collaborated on a stamping system with dimension. This is my first collaboration. I had this idea to layer images to create depth, as though you're looking through into the nail. The design is featured on the cover of my next issue of NCE magazine, with articles like breaking the nail-biting habit and inspiring romantic designs for us to try. My new magazine is for everyone, and it's free. Simply visit magazine.nailcareer.com. Let me introduce you to Bailey. She's a nail technician in my salon. She's going to be the model for this video today. Let's get started. I'm super excited about this design because when I called Debbie, I kind of got this idea in the middle of the night, and I didn't call her in the middle of the night. Did I, Deb? She's offset. She's here. Just, we're collaborating together, as I said. So I called her and I said, I've got this idea for layering, stamping designs in between. So we've created a scene, and we've come up with two scenes. One is a safari scene and one is the ocean. Lots of layering ideas there. Then she came up with a builder gel that we could put in between because it's got to be kind of thick to create those layers. So that's what we're going to do right now. We're going to build this nail so it's kind of see-through with a thicker builder gel that she's created. Okay, I need these. Can't do anything without these because we're going to do the ocean scene. Here's this plate, and when you get your new plate, you just have to peel off. I had this adorable student come to my shop one day. She was trying to stamp and trying to lift it, and it wouldn't come off. And I said, okay, bring it in, sweetie, and we'll walk it through. And then she came in with this on top of it. It was so cute. Anyway, we took it off, and all her problems were solved.
I've done that before.
So don't forget to just take that off. So what we're working here with, you have tons of designs to work with. And don't forget the little one. Oh, there's another little one. And these are the tropical fish. There's some tropical fish on here. And I'm going for sort of an ocean scene. So I'm going to put some stuff in the background. Then there's the middle ground. And then there's the foreground. And that's going to be the depth that we're trying to create. I know tropical fish. My husband and I, Cameron, used to have a 750-gallon saltwater tropical aquarium. It was absolutely beautiful. So I do kind of know some of the fish. So when Debbie and I were collaborating, we drew some of those tropical fish. So let me start with the build. I've got a new product here called KOKO&CLAIRE, beautiful gel colors, and I've got a lot of ocean underwater colors that we can work with that are the deep blues. As you can see, I've got some of them on here. This particular company has a building gel that we can work with that anybody can buy, which I think is fantastic. Okay, so it's really important to clean the nail. I have filed the nail, I've wiped away the dust, and now I'm going to use, actually the product is called Clean. This is KOKO&CLAIRE, it's a new product that I'm working with. Okay, so we're gonna put the Clean on. It is basically cleaning the nail, dehydrator, and you wanna make sure you get it everywhere. Now the next one is called Prep. Now Prep is a little bit more precise. It does absorb into the natural nail again, but you don't want to oversaturate that nail. So just be rather careful when you're doing it. You don't want to get it on the skin. Okay, so now we're ready to build that nail. Okay, so I'm going to start building. Now, whenever I'm doing a build, I will paint a thin layer of the clear gel on first. Just paint the whole nail nicely, like a thin coat of polish. Just gives you an idea where you're going. Now this is a build-in gel, so you can extend that. We do want them to go long. We're actually doing like a long square. Bailey's favorite choice of nail is normally the almond or the coffin. Those are your favorites, right?
Yes.
But we decided to go square because, well, I guess I did. We were fiddling around with the nails at the shop yesterday, and I really wanted to go almond, but if we're doing anything remotely like an aquarium, then we do kind of want to go square.
Yeah, most aquariums are rectangular.
Most, yeah.
As long as they're long.
Yes,
all that
she
matters
just
to me.
wants them long. So we're going to go, well, as you can see, we're going to match the other ones. So we're building this nail out, the free edge, and we're going to go quite long. Now we just want to make it very, very thin. So I'm going to give this, look at this little lamp. I'm just going to give it a nuke. It is timed, this little lamp, so give it 45 seconds, and like I say, it'll turn off when it's ready. Now, when
I thought that was a mouse.
Oh, that's spoken by a camera or a computer person, right?
Uh-huh.
It does look like the Mac mouse, doesn't it?
It does.
It's
It's
adorable.
cute. I like it.
It is adorable, and
Yeah.
it's pink. Matches the company's color. Can't argue with that. It's one of your favorite colors. What I love about it is that it's so light, and you can just plug it into your phone, I believe. Is that right?
Computer.
Computer. You can plug it into your computer.
Uses USB, right?
Uses USB.
There we go.
Yeah.
I'm not technical.
Really?
Okay, let's get to what I know. Okay, so when I'm building this, you do want to be careful. It is really easy. I want to file this now because I'm going to keep the first layer super, super, super thin because we want to stamp the first background. And we're not talking a very big depth. When you're talking nails, they're quite thin. It's not a very big depth. So we want to make sure this is very thin before we stamp the first design because it's going to be way in the background of the ocean. But as we learned the other day, it was really thin at the join and I broke it as I was filing. So I'm going to add a little bit in here to make sure that we don't have to go back and do a new one because it's too thin just in the prepping. So I'm going to add that in there. I could have just done that when we did the first. Okay, so I'm going to put my build away. Now, if you do this super smooth, you could, I believe, let me check with Debbie, can you stamp right on top of this cured gel?
As long as there's no tacky layer.
Right, so you'd have to remove it and then stamp on it. But it's kind of bumpy and lumpy and, well, I probably could get away with it.
Let's try it.
Yeah, okay. That's what this is about. We're just learning here. Okay, so I'm going to, in the background, I think, well, I don't know how big this tank is going to be, but I think you would see like the silhouette of a shark. Yeah, manta rays, that kind of thing. And we're going to do with a black here. And we're going to get the, oh, I need my little scraper, get all prepared, and my little stamper. Okay, so I've got my, there he is, there's the shark. So I'm looking at your finger. You have a very, you know, it's not a big finger.
No.
I can't fit the whole shark on there. So maybe I'm gonna go to the manta ray because it's quite a bit smaller and we'll be able to fit it on. And that's a big deep sea animal. So it is gonna, oh, yeah, right. Okay, I'm gonna pull this off the form because then we can see right through when we do the next layer. Okay, I'm just gonna move you back for a sec, sweetie. Okay, I'm gonna use these 3 colors because coral is lots of different colors, isn't it, Caravan?
Oh yeah, there's all
They're
sorts.
bright, they're beautiful. So this is gonna be in the background. So I don't want too loud of colors because the brighter, lighter the color is, that's sort of more foreground stuff. But anything that's a little muted would be sort of more in the background, hence the black manta ray. So I'm gonna use a little bit, oh, that was the wrong one. I'm gonna use this one. Ooh, there's little bubbles on here. I'm gonna add a little mauve, just a little. And when I swipe it with the scraper, I'm gonna go sideways because I don't wanna smear all those colors. I really wanna keep those colors in there, so I'm gonna give it a nice little swipe. And then I'm gonna pick it up. And then I'm going to just press it into that nail. Oh yeah, look at that.
Beautiful.
It is. And I put a little bit of the coral over top of the manta because that'll sort of give the illusion that he's way back there. Okay. I should clean those, but I kind of really don't want to. I want to move on. Okay, so I'm going to put these colors away. Now what I want to do is I want to seal this design in there. So I'm going to bring my builder gel back. And I'm going to encase this in a nice big thick layer of the builder gel over top of the whole design. And that's going to give us some depth. The one great thing I like about the clear jelly stamper paints is, as you can see, it's not running, smudging, nothing. I just stamped it on there. And look at that. I can lay this builder gel effortlessly on top of it, and it's not affecting the paint whatsoever. It's not bleeding, smearing, running, nothing. I'm going to try to make this as smooth as possible. Now, if you can't make it smooth and even, you can file them in between. Now, that is a bit of a technique. I have learned a lot about gel in the past little while. I wasn't very good at it in the beginning, but the more you do it, the better you get. And this builder gel has quite a nice self-leveling element to it, so if you can make it smooth, it'll help not have to file in between, which saves you some extra steps, right? I think that is nukeable. I think it's a little bit thick. I'm actually going to take some off the end there because it's a little bit thicker than I want it to be. Because I don't want it to be too thick because I'm adding some more layers. Are you catching all this? Oh my, where's my light? Oh, it's swinging.
There's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on. Great, we're gonna give that 45 seconds. So I'm gonna put my builder gel to the side again. Now, the next layer of colors would be some fish. One thing I really do like on here is this little seahorse. Oh, it's the cutest ever. So let's take a look at the fish that we've got on here. Some beautiful tropical fish. I really like the tropical fish. Because of the colors that you can get from that. And of course, everybody's seen the is it a Disney movie? The Finding Nemo one? Or is that a Pixar or what?
Oh, I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I don't know either. Whatever it is, it's adorable. Okay, let me move this aside. Now, one thing I did do, I practiced a little bit, I will say, just to get the idea of the fish. I don't know if you can see that. So obviously this is the shape of a tank, but we're working on a nail here. We're still trying to keep it in the nail format. So I'm reducing sort of this image, and this was just practice so I can, you know, sort of get the colors and stuff down. And I'm trying to put it on top of here. So what I maybe will do is take some of those pretty little fish. Oh, the school. Let's do a school of fish. And that is on the big one, I believe. I'll just move your little hand for a sec. And maybe we'll do, let me see. What colors are schools of fish, cameraman?
There's green.
Green?
Yeah.
And what other colors? Because green is going to be some foliage.
Obviously there's black, there's orange.
Orange?
Yellow tangs.
Oh,
Powder
yellow
blue tangs.
Yellow tangs are my favorite.
Yeah,
Let's
I
do
love
some
yellow
yellow
tangs.
ones. Okay, so here's a little school. There's two. And because she's got such a little nail, ooh, I'm torn. Which one should we go with? This bigger one or the little, maybe the little one, eh?
Little one,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think those from here, it looks like little clownfish.
And they are orange, aren't they?
Yeah,
That's the Finding Nemo one.
Yeah.
that's correct.
So you want to press and hold that right in there. Make sure those little fishies transfer. Oh, it's so cute.
Oh, I love it.
So cute. The only time I wish you had big fingers.
Oh,
So I have a lot more.
more nail estate.
That's exactly right. So now I'm just going to go ahead and take some of these little tropical fish. They have sometimes several different color patterns, so they're absolutely beautiful. If you've ever seen a tropical fish. What we've done is we've got, let's say, one fish has like 3 or 4 elements to it, so you get all those different layers. Here's the Finding Nemo fish. We're actually going to do that. It's a little clownfish. They're super colorful little fish. They're orange and black and white. So let's get the right orange. This will be nice and bright and white. And where's my back? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just stamp a whole bunch of little tropical fish and all their layers of the elements there to get all those details. One thing I know about fish is, the particular clownfish, is because we have them actually, they like to reside and nestle into the coral. So that's where I put him.
An anemone, actually.
That's right, it is an anemone. This is a technique, I gotta say, you do gotta line it up. And when you do, it's super exciting. It's like, I did it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think I'm gonna get in the zone for a minute and start stamping some detailed tropical fish. Exactly sure where that goes, but that doesn't look bad. Oh, he looks good with gold. It's a little bit tedious, I have to say, but the results are absolutely adorable. So take your time and have fun with it.
You think this is tedious? You got to try painting it by hand.
Painting it by hand?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You could do that.
Yes, you could.
But if you don't have the skill to do it,
Or the time.
It would take a lot longer. Okay, I think I have to stop being so greedy now. I can't have every fish on there. So I am going to put another layer of builder gel on there to get that depth again. And we're going to do some foreground stuff, which I think should be a bit brighter corals. And I have to get the seahorse in there. That is a mission. So I'm adding another layer so we can get a bit of dimension in there. And add some more foreground. This is where we're going to add our bright corals and some foliage like plants. And that seahorse. This is why we're building the nail at the same time, because if you added all these designs on top of an already pre-designed nail, you're gonna have a really thick nail. So the idea is sort of building this in as you go, so you don't end up with a nail that's like 3 times thicker than you really want it to be. We're still creating a nail. Now when I'm building this, I'm trying to keep Flip it upside down, sweetie. I'm trying to keep the build still in an arch shape because I don't want it to fall to flat to the sides because I don't want it to be a flat, thick nail. I still want it to have a shape of a nail. Okay, we better nuke it before it changes its mind.
Quick.
There we go. So we're gonna nuke that in. We're gonna put the builder gel. We don't really need this. I don't know if we need this again now. Nope, we don't. So I just built it 3 times. I mean, it's up to you how thick you wanna make it, as in how many layers, but I do find that you don't wanna do like 6 thinner layers. You do wanna have a thicker layers in between so we can get that dimension. I mean, it's still gonna be a nail, so it's not gonna be like you're looking way into a 750-gallon saltwater tropical aquarium.
Not quite.
Not quite.
It's pretty close.
Yeah.
We're getting there.
I hope that we can dig up some pictures of our old aquarium. I don't know if we're that organized, if we're going to have any, but that'd be kind of cool if we could find those, Karen.
Yeah, maybe.
That sounds confident.
There's somewhere. That's a lot of work you're asking for searching time.
So don't forget to wipe it before you stamp, because it does have that sticky layer on there. Oh, that is pretty. So cute. It is, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, you know what? I think I'm just going to shape, because I think I'm losing my shape a little, just to make sure. I'm getting so excited about the stamping and the colors that I don't want to lose my shape. In other words, when I file it, I don't want to file away what I already have. So let me just get my boundaries, basically, I think is what I'm saying. I still want to make this nail a nice shape. And this way I'll have my boundaries. If I shorten it right now, then I'll know how much depth I don't want to put something on the end part and find out that I chopped it off, right? Because it was too long or I didn't shape it yet. Wow, it's so interesting. You can actually, when you're filing it, you can see the depth really, really well. When you're filing it, you can really see it. Isn't that interesting? Okay, I think I pretty much got my shape. We're not adding any more building layers. So this is going to be how my nail's going to be. I'm happy with this. Sometimes you can worry if you're adding layer after layer, if you're getting kind of like a thick nail, and you don't really want to do that. Okay, that's good. Okay, so I'm going to wipe that clean. Oh yeah, you can really see it. Okay, let's get rid of some dust and let's do some coral. Now coral and that adorable, see the seahorse on here? Where is he now? He's on this one. So there's 3 ways to make the seahorse. We can't forget the bubbles either. Oh, there's just so many. I want it all.
How are we going to fit it all?
Let's take a look at your toe. You got a giant toe? How are we going to fit it all? Now, what color did we do? We did it in the salon as a little practice run, and it was, did I do it on this thing? Oh, I did it on this thing.
The seahorse?
Cute. Look at it.
Yeah.
So it looks like I did it white and gold and like a purpley red. That is pretty, isn't it? He is definitely a foreground thing. So let's put him in the foreground. I think we're going to put him right here.
Can you cover the clownfish? Don't you dare.
Well, okay, I'll put it more over
Towards
here.
there or the 2 others?
Here?
Yeah, somewhere in that area. Near the tip. Don't you want
I
anything?
don't remember asking opinions.
These are fish. You're totally in my territory now. This is my wheelhouse.
Okay, so Debbie, did you have an idea of the coloring that you did for the fish, the seahorse in particular? Do you have any recommendations?
I believe the last time I did it, I used something shimmery.
Yeah, that's what I'm feeling too.
Yeah.
I
think gold.
Yeah, that's what I did too. Oh, we're on the right track. Yeah. Okay, so let's do just that. The white is really popping. And if you want things to look closer to you in the foreground, you want to do them lighter colors. Anything darker, anything in the back will be of a darker color. So let's go for that white. So perfect. Oh, let me get rid of the other. Sometimes there's little scragglies on there. You just have to get rid of it because you don't want it to be on your design. If it goes on your design, you can wipe it off. Okay, I'm going to put them in between the fish so you don't freak out there, cameraman. I don't want like a hard red. I'd like a... Oh.
Yes.
See, I didn't clean it. Okay. Oh, I gotta make sure I do it right. Okay, now I screwed up a tiny bit on the tail, but I'm gonna leave it because I think I can save it. I'm so messy with my stampers. I couldn't find my stamper one time. Do you remember this story when I used my driver's license because I thought it'd be a good idea? And then a month later, I forgot where I put it, and then I had to literally go down and get a new driver's license taken because I couldn't find my driver's license. And then when I was cleaning up, I found my driver's license full of clear jelly stamper paint. Okay, now I used one of these gold. I don't know which one it was. I'm gonna go with this one.
Yeah.
Okay, let's hope that this fixes my mistakes. Look at that. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
So
that's shiny.
that really fixed my boo-boo. I did cover up that fish a little too much, though. But that's okay. It's so cute. Okay, let's get some coral in the foreground and some foliage. Now, those are really bright, too, aren't they, Caraman? They're like, are they like coral color? Is coral coral?
I suppose that's where it came from.
No, it can't have been.
But depends on the kind of coral. There's lots of different ones.
Yeah.
And there's soft corals, stony corals,
Mm.
aquapora. Aquapora comes in a lot.
Okay, stop showing off.
That's enough.
Yeah. It's a fish. It's a
Yeah.
coral. He's got all these fancy names.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. He is just like right front and center. He's beautiful. Let's do the green. And maybe that different color on the other side, a bright pink. And I'm going to swipe that. Oh, let me use the bigger one, I think. Okay, so I'm going to stamp one color on one side. See, I got lazy there and I stamped two colors on the one thing. Okay. Okay. So now I'm going to, and I know that Debbie has designed it so that there's 3 layers there, but I'm sort of cheating that a little bit because the finger's not that big and it wouldn't be able to hold all that. So then I'm going to use maybe this lighter color for that corally. It's an anemone. I know that. Oh, I like this one. I'm gonna be better. Oh, those are, oh, I better focus. Okay. So this is a coral that's going to be, no, this is an anemone, pardon me. I hope they're that color. Well, I wish I had room for the mermaid and the scuba diver, but I don't. But we do have some other canvases here. So this is the magical part. We're going to top coat this, and KOKO&CLAIRE, Eclair, I'm hungry. KOKO&CLAIRE has a beautiful shine top coat, and it's going to bring this to life. Oh, wow. Okay, let's sneak that. Okay, so I'm going to play a little before the final reveal, which is next, but you'll see little fish kind of spilling onto the other fingers to make Cameraman a little happier. We have a little more nail estate to play with. Okay, so check out those reveal shots. One of the reasons why I paired these two great companies together is because anybody can go to the website Clear Jelly Stamper or KOKO&CLAIRE and purchase these products and play with them together. That's what me and Debbie's whole goal was, is that anybody can play with these. We're so excited.
Exactly.
And I also created my free online magazine for everyone. magazine.nailcareer.com. You can check out all the information on my second issue. I'm so excited. Thank you for joining me, ladies. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for
Thanks for
having
having
us.
us.
I had so much fun today. You'll be able to see that in all of our photos, and you can check it on Instagram too. Thanks for joining us. See you in the next video.